Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
The Florida Love Show theme song. With lots of love for you, Kenny. In the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his team. Every special guest brings you love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive, like a duet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. In the Florida Love Show, Kenny in red is your guide. He wears many hearts, oh, he has a very special side. Now in Brooklyn Cafe, there's a big long buffet with roses galore, men you won't adore. Come take a bouquet, show your love wherever you can. Shine your light, follow this man, live your dreams, plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. If you love them, you are on your way. Send the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show.
Sharon, come on. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. I am so honored today. I'm in love with life. I just gave out hundreds of roses to Sorry about that. Just gave out hundreds of roses to lots of people over at Bed Bath & Beyond and at Publix. And so I'm so excited. I'm so happy. Making a difference and just loving everybody. It was beautiful. So today I'm so excited for the show. And so at Florida Love, what we do is we create a platform where we can all love each other. And for me, love is the absence of judgment. So I always say to my friends, if you want to be free, just love everybody and, give up the anger and the resentment, because anger and resentment is like swallowing poison and hoping the other person dies. And honestly, that's not where we are here at Florida Love. We're about love. And today we have a really special show. We're going to love the law enforcement community of Florida today. I have the honor and privilege of having Paul O'Connell from the Wilton Manors. He's the chief of the Wilton Manors Police Force. And so Roses for Change, as you can see behind me, we had a huge love march last week in Wilton Manors, and that's actually where I met Paul. And what I find is love just spreads, love just goes outward. I was at my pool one day and I said to my friend who works for the FBI, I said, you know, I'd love to have, you know, a time where we could love the law enforcement community of Florida. So he referred Paul to me. I met Paul, and again, love just spreads. Love just goes outward. So I want to show everybody the, I was on the news a few weeks ago, and Roses for Change came about after George Floyd's death. And for me, I said, I got to do something about this. I was just really moved by the whole situation. So I went out and I handed roses to every African American in Publix and Whole Foods, and that's how Roses for Change started. And now it's become a worldwide movement. So I want to show the news clip that from when I was on the news a few weeks ago.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Belmont, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself and love one another.
When they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
Welcome all you lovers back. So Roses for Change is now a worldwide movement. And so again, today I went out and I gave out hundreds of roses in a love march at Bed Bath & Beyond in Boca. We have it every Friday at noon. And I also went into Publix today. I also want to thank Publix. Publix gave me hundreds of roses. I mean, they were so generous. I gave it out all in Publix, and I mean, people wanted to hug me. I mean, with what's going on, we're all wearing masks. And I mean, I have a love virus. I mean, I'm just spreading love, and you know, I believe I only have moments. And I'm going to live every moment to the fullest. So I have moment, and then I'm going to pass. And then I'll become an angel. When that is, I have no idea. It could be in a second. It could be tomorrow. I have no idea. But I'm going to live every moment to the fullest. So giving out all those roses was so beautiful. I mean, people came up to me. They wanted to give me hugs. Someone took a picture of me and sent it back to me and called me Mr. Love. I mean, it was beautiful. I met so many amazing people. And I always say to everybody on the show, who can you give a rose to today? Who can you say I love you to today? And yesterday, I got to spend the whole day holding my mom's hand. I mean, I love my mom more than anything in the whole world, and I was in heaven. So who could we give a rose to today? Who could we give a rose to today? So today I'm really, I'm very moved by what's going on with COVID-19, and a lot of people are sick. A lot of people are sick, and a lot of my friends are not feeling well. So I just want to give a shout out to Michelle Love and Wendy Love, who I know aren't feeling well. I just know how much I love you, and I'm there for you 24/7. Love you so much, and a shout out to everybody in this world who's not feeling well right now with what's going on. Just know I love you. I love you all. And let's all love each other. I mean, there's so much judgment in this world. Let's all love each other. Love is the absence of judgment. Let's all love each other. So today, I'm really honored to have Paul O'Connell on my show today. Paul, he's the police chief of Wilton Manors, and Paul participated in our Love March in Wilton Manors on June 28th, Sunday, noon, a week back. And Paul, I've just been so honored to meet him and get to know what's going on. Hi, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Ken.
Paul is awesome. So Paul's resume goes way back when. He's been involved in law enforcement, and I kid with Paul because I call it love enforcement, because they really are out there loving people. And there are a lot of things that we don't see, like on the other end of the spectrum of how the police officers go all out in service to our community. And Paul, you were sharing with me a little bit about someone who had caught a glimpse of a police officer giving food to the homeless.
Now that happened about a week and a half ago, and they shared the video. It's a very short clip, but when one of our police officers got out of his car and walked up to a homeless person, just gave him food, and got back in his car. A simple act of love, that's all it was.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. So I'm going to play that short moment so people get an idea. These are the things that happen, and somebody actually filmed it. So please play that video. Now, this is a police officer just going out of his way to give food to a homeless person. If somebody didn't film it, nobody would have known.
And that happens often. You don't see that intersection is the intersection of Northeast 26th Street and Federal Highway. And I see that homeless person there almost every day. And that act of kindness on the part of one of our police officers really embodies what our mission statement is.
Paul, please share with us that mission statement, because I was really moved by it.
So I think the power of the mission statement is in its simplicity, and you can see it right behind me. It basically says, policing with passion for our profession and compassion for those that we serve. So it comes in two parts. One, if you're in this profession for the money, you're a lost soul. You need to be in this profession because you're passionate about what this profession is all about, helping people, whatever the call for help may be. A crime victim, someone that's down and out on their luck, or someone who, just like we saw in that short snippet, someone who's hungry. Second part is compassion for those that we serve. And that really is very much parallel to your message, Ken, about loving people and understanding that 90% of our work in law enforcement is service. And too often we forget that.
Yeah, and my experience, even today, I was in Publix, Paul, and I went up to an officer and I just said, I want you to know, thank you for your service and I love you. And he said, I love you back. And big guy, but really there just to perform service, just to give of his whole self in service. And I think that's so important for everybody to know. Can you tell me with COVID what's been going on with you and how it's been?
Well, we have some special challenges here in the city of Wilton Manors. We have about 5 or 6 assisted living facilities, and they have been racked with the COVID-19. So those present special challenges to our police officers and our firefighters, who we contract with the city of Fort Lauderdale. So Fort Lauderdale Fire Department services our city. There's some real challenges about those specific facilities. And then, of course, this COVID-19 knows no boundaries. It doesn't know whether you're rich or poor, black or white or brown. It it's devastating, and the numbers are troubling.
Paul, one thing on the Love March in Wilton Manors, when I had met you, I met a bunch of officers, and officers are from all races, creeds, colors, all human beings, I mean, all of society. Can you share with everybody what it's like for you when what happened with George Floyd's death, what that was like for you?
Well, let's be very clear about what happened in Minneapolis. That was murder, plain and simple. And in a letter to the editor of the Pompano Pelican, I said that incident is by no way reflective of the vast majority of the police officers in our country. And my favorite saying that came out of this is that no one hates a bad cop more than a good cop. And we all felt the same revolting feeling when we saw that 8 minutes and 46 seconds of just absolute, I don't know what the right word, I can't think of the right word, but it was murder. So now we have work to do. There's a lot of frustration out there, and believe me, we feel that frustration. So it's all about, one, from someone that's sitting in my seat, it's about hiring the right people, and two, training them to make sure they never lose touch with their mission statement. And three, if we find we've made a mistake in someone that we've hired, then we need to rectify that mistake quickly.
Yeah, and the other thing, Paul, is that the whole country is hurting right now. And after George Floyd's death, or we'll even say his murder, we're all hurting as human beings. And now we have COVID, and then we have the whole fight for racial justice, but also police officers are hurting, the way you're being portrayed.
And it does hurt. It does hurt because we don't want to be painted by the same brush. Every police department, every police officer has their own identity. And again, go back to that saying, no one hates a bad cop more than a good cop. So we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, to all love each other, you know, and like I love you, Paul. I've always say to you, I love you, Paul, and I go up to every officer I see and I say, thank you for your service, I love you, and I do that with every human being. Like, let's all love each other, and I want to play this African-American police officer that I had seen on Facebook, this video, because it went viral, and I was so moved by it. So I want to play it, Paul, and hear what that's like for you to see that as well.
Okay.
Good morning. So I don't normally share moments, certain moments, because I just don't. But last night while working, I posted on my Facebook a video that I saw, and the video was of a child appeared to be like a biracial baby, maybe 1 or 2 years old, that looked like at a park or a festival. And I don't know if the parents were getting up and leaving, but the child started hugging everybody of every race and ethnicity, every color. And I was like, this is what America is. This is what America should look like. And I have this little statement on one of my restrooms in my home that says, be the change that you want to see. So I shared the video and I put up a caption asking everyone to share and post. And the next person that you see, because racism is taught, just like love is taught. Love is taught and it is felt. But children learn love first when they're given love at such an early age. So with that being said, I shared the video and asked people, you know, like friends that follow me or whatever, share the video, tag it, use that exact caption. The next person you see that isn't the same skin color of you or the same ethnicity of you, give them a hug or nice gesture or, you know, a compliment. And be the change that you want to see. So I run home this morning getting ready to come back and go to my regular shift, and I had low gas in the car. Literally, this just happened. Like today, June 6th, what, 8:51 I left out of my door. I had low gas in the car and I was like, I can make it to work on this. So then I was like, no, I ain't gonna make it. So I have a gas station right by my house. So I pulled into the gas station, minding my business. There was a JP unit pulled up. I, you know, peace out like you see any other officer, be safe. And I'm pumping my gas. And a guy that's a taxi driver, young guy, it looks like he can be a little bit younger than me. He says, ma'am, he was getting breakfast out of the gas station. He said, ma'am, could I ask you something? So, you know, I'm pumping. I'm like, man, I'm going to be late. I'm always late, but anyway, inside joke. But the young man walked up to me and he said, and he's a young Caucasian guy or what have you, and he said, could I pray for you? And I was just complaining out loud. I was like, man, it's so hot out here. And X, Y, and Z is so hot. Man, it's early to be so hot. And I said, sure, of course. There's never enough prayer. So he said, my sister is a police officer in New Orleans. I didn't ask him a name or anything. He said, I just want to pray for you with times like this. I understand what's going on. I understand what's going on with the difference in the races and the racism. And I understand what how people look at all officers, and it shouldn't be, but I just want to cover you. Immediately, I got chills. This young man prayed over me, and I got chills immediately. I gave him a hug, even due to the COVID-19. I gave him a hug because I realized how God was working. God spoke. He spoke to me last night, and I shared that video. And he spoke to me. He showed me how the power of tongue and prayer. And I was being the example that I want to see. And it came right back to me full. I didn't see it coming. I wasn't going to get gas. I was going to drive all the way to work with low mileage, low gas. But I stopped there. And if I didn't stop there, I would have missed my blessing. That was that same prayer that I put out 2-something this morning. It came right back to me 6 hours later. So be mindful what you pray on. And when your heart is pure, your blessings always turn right back around. Always turn right back around at you. Y'all just be encouraged. I never share testimonies, but I am human. And this one, I had to share. Simple as it may seem to others, I just had to share this. So I'm headed to work now. Hope it's not a drama-filled day, but talk to y'all later. Bye.
So I reached out to Officer Monique Lewis actually on Facebook yesterday, and she said, please share that, please spread the love. And I love what she says, where she says, I'm human. We're all human. And be the change we want to be. Let's love each other. So Paul, what did you see as a police officer when you saw that?
I saw a couple of things. First, I believe in the power of prayer. Second, we all have one thing in common, the absolute need for love and affection. And that's the second thing I saw in that video. And police officers, no, it doesn't matter the shape of the badge that they wear, it doesn't matter the color of the uniform that they wear, they all have that common need of love and affection. And frankly, Ken, we need it now more than ever.
Yeah, so, you know, anytime, I mean, I see an officer, I say, I love you, thank you for your service. If we all did that, see, to me, I call this love karma, like what she was saying. If we love our law enforcement community, it just spreads. And what I found was when I met the officers in the Love March, Paul, I gave them a rose and I said, is there anybody else? And one woman, she happened to be African American, she said, no, there's nobody else. I said, here, take 5 roses and give them out while you're on duty. Please spread the love. And she was very moved by that because everybody wants to love and be loved.
And again, it's a common denominator for all of us.
Yeah, so Paul, I want to show the Love March where we were together so everybody gets an idea. It was a very moving experience for all of us, loving the law enforcement community. Paul, what was that like for you that we came to love you that day?
Well, first of all, what I remember most, it was hot. It was noon on Sunday in the late June, but guess what? It was worth it. It was worth it for the things, the roses that you gave out and the message that you delivered to anyone that was shopping at Publix, and especially to our police officers who happened to be working that day.
Yeah, and I want to give out as many roses as I can to all the police officers in the community, Paul, so I'm sure we'll team up more on that. And Paul, is there a message you'd like to leave everybody today?
It's my favorite quote from Winston Churchill. See if I can find it so I don't mess it up. Making a living is what you get. Making a life is what you give. I think that's the essence of police work. That's the essence of our healthcare workers. That's the essence of our teachers, the essence of our firefighters. Making a living is what you get. Making a life is what you give.
Paul, I want to thank you so much for your service for over 30, 40 years. I read your resume. You've just been service your whole life. I love you so much, and I just really want to thank you and every police officer in the world for their service.
Thank you, Ken. And like I said, we need the love and affection now more than ever.
Thanks, Paul, again. I love you so much. We're going to take a commercial break. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show. Please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com or on our website, www.florida-love.com. And if you'd like to advertise on the show and spread love in the Florida community, please let me know. Now back to the show. Welcome all your lovers back to the Florida Love Show. I'm just so moved and just touched by Paul being on the show just now. And again, I love you, Paul. I love you, all the police officers who I call the love enforcement community. Thank you for your service. And today I'm honored and privileged to have Rachel Barcelona on the show, who I call Rachel Love. We had an amazing conversation last night about love and loving the whole autistic community. And Rachel's so special to me. I love you so much, Rachel.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, fun fact, my middle name is Hart.
Oh my God. And that is so you, Rachel. You are just this huge heart of love.
Oh, thank you.
So Rachel has been working right now with the Global Autism Project, correct, Rachel?
Yes, that's
And
it.
yeah, and autism, and it's no borders, right? There's no borders. They reach everywhere in the world.
That is right. That's another thing that we've started. It's called Autism Knows No Borders. And I do a lot of marketing for that right now.
Yeah, and Rachel and I were sharing last night about, Rachel, you have been through so much having autism since you were little. And I think there were a lot of misconceptions about autism, so we were sharing about that, about the whole spectrum and everything. And you were sharing with me more about like what it's like having autism and what it's like for you. So please let everybody know, like, what's the message to people with autism?
Well, I have a lot of messages, but I know that I get a lot of, I don't know the right word, but people say that, oh, Rachel, you're really, really high up, and maybe my kid will never be like you or other people. And I like to say that there's no such thing as that. There's always hope. And the most important thing is loving your child. I really, really, really believe in that.
Yeah, so like the whole autism community loving each other. And actually, Rachel and I talked about actually giving out roses at an autism school to all the kids and the parents, and just really loving the autism community. Rachel, I want to show your Sephora video because I want to give people an idea of what you've been through.
Okay.
I'm Rachel and I have autism. I was diagnosed with autism at age 3. I have epilepsy and dyspraxia, which is another thing that comes with autism. It's kind of like a package deal. I had trouble walking, sitting. I have weakness in my hands. I couldn't even hold a pencil, but yeah, I was bullied a lot. Always being told that I was stupid. I remember being in my principal's office in preschool. There were doctors in there saying, this girl's never gonna amount to anything. It's hard because I never really thought of myself as beautiful for the longest time. But Sephora really inspired me. So it started from teaching myself how to hold a pencil to an eyebrow pencil, and I don't think I do a terrible job. I did my own makeup today. Recently, I found my own beauty. When my mom and I go into Sephora, I like playing with lipstick and lip gloss. But to be honest, I think that people shouldn't be afraid to go natural because you should embrace the beauty you have on the inside. As a kid, I wanted to be an author so bad. That was just within me. And now I'm in college, double majoring in creative writing and communications. since I have autism, I used to hate loud noises. But right now, music plays a big part of my life. I'm going to have my own radio show that will explore the barriers between opera and heavy metal, and I'm excited. Well, I think everybody still struggles to belong. We always have to find our place in this world, and we're always working hard. But I think I belong now because I have people who care about me. They love me for me, and I'm starting to love myself every day, and that's good, right? Autism doesn't hinder people. We are not like what people see in the media. We are capable. I just tell myself, Rachel, you're not disabled. You can do this. We can conquer anything.
Rachel Hart, Rachel Love, we can conquer anything.
That's true. And on my radio show, we are getting to the opera and heavy metal thing. I have to take it up with my boss first, but I know it will happen. I've been very successful with all my other ideas lately, but I've been having fun with my radio show. And just looking back on my Sephora thing, I'm very, very proud of what I've accomplished. But there's also other things that need to be addressed when it comes to the autism community, because every day is a journey with everybody, really.
Yeah, and Rachel, today you're going to sing for us salute to the law enforcement community and to love them. And I'm very excited to hear you sing like an angel today.
Oh, thank you. Well, there's one thing. Oh, here we go. The piano did not work, but the voice is an instrument, so I can make it work because that is just as wonderful, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I love the Police too, and this song is called Hero by Skillet. I love the band, I love that song, and I just thought it would be fitting for all the things that have been going on in the world. Okay. I'm just a step away, I'm just a breath away, losing my feet today, falling off the edge today. I'm just a man, not superhuman, I'm not superhuman. Someone save me from the hate, it's just another war. Just another family torn, falling from our feet today, just a step from the edge. Just another day in the world we live. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero to save me now. Hero to save my life. A hero's gonna save me just in time. Save me just in time. Save me just in time. Who's gonna fight for what's right? Who's gonna help us survive? Oh, we're in the fight of our lives and we're not ready to die. Oh, who's gonna fight for the weak? Who's gonna help them believe I've got a hero living in me? I've gotta fight for what's right. Today I'm speaking my mind. I need a hero to save me now. I need a hero to save me now. Hero to save my life. A hero's gonna save me just in time. Just in time. Just in time. A hero's gonna save me just in time.
Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. Yes, to all our law enforcement heroes today. And you were going to sing God Bless America and the Star Spangled Banner to salute them as well.
Oh, yes, of course. So, the anthem first. Yes. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? Now, God bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Beautiful, 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 Rachel. Mwah. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Rachel, what do those songs mean to you when you sing them?
They mean a lot to me when I sing them because I have sung them at a lot of games, like football games, baseball, pretty much any sport. I'm asked to sing the anthem a lot, and I just feel very patriotic all the time. So I'm a very good choice. And also, I just think that our police should be respected because my family has a lot of friends who are involved in law enforcement, and everybody's going to make mistakes. I think that's important to know. It doesn't matter what profession you're in, everyone's going to make mistakes. For example, if you had bad plastic surgery, you're not going to say all plastic surgeons are bad. No, you just went to the wrong one or you experienced one bad one. You shouldn't paint everyone with one brush. It's the same for police officers.
Yeah, and it's the same for the autism community. It's the same for
Yeah.
all human beings. I mean, we all make mistakes. We're not perfect. That's how come we're human beings. And to all love each other.
Exactly.
Rachel, you're such an angel. So I love you so much. I want to thank you today for just your salute to law enforcement, your kind, generous, wise, loving words for everyone. It's always an honor having you on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. I enjoyed being on the show.
And Rachel, how can people find out about your radio show, and what can they do to support the global autism?
Well, I'm always talking about what I'm doing on my Instagram. You can follow me at Rachel Barcelona, and I'm trying to reach 10K, so please support me. And if you want to find out more about the Global Autism Project, you can follow us on Facebook at the Global Autism Project, or join the group at Autism Knows No Borders. We're at 1.2 thousand members, so join the herd or join the hive, but we're a friendly bunch. We're very friendly. We want to love each other and support each other on autism-related matters. So if you need help, I'm here.
Rachel, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We're going to take a commercial break. Love you, Rachel. Thank you.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Florida Love Show. Please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com, or on our website, www.florida-love.com. And if you'd like to advertise on the show and spread love in the Florida community, please let me know. Now back to the show. Welcome all you lovers back to the Florida Love Show. And wow, that was so special with Rachel. I'm so moved by her singing. She sings like an angel. And today I'm just in love with life. I mean, going out and giving out roses to everybody is just an honor, and it's a way of just spreading love. And we have love marches every week on Friday at noon. You can go on Facebook and look for Roses for Change, Roses for Change. And so today I'm so honored and privileged to have Lindsay on the show today. I love Lindsay so much. She's out there just loving everybody, and she's on every day on Facebook and working people out so they're happy and healthy and stronger. And welcome, Lindsay, to the Florida Love Show.
Thank you for having me. Hi, Ken.
Hi, love you so much, Lindsay.
I love you too, always.
So Lindsay, please share with us what you've been doing on Facebook for everybody.
Sure. Since the pandemic started, I'm having an echo here. Are you hearing me twice, Ken?
No, you're clear as day.
Okay, good. Since the pandemic started, I believe that everybody has something to give, and this is the time to give. And I sat with myself and said, there's something I have to do. And what my gift to the world is, I can have the ability to make people feel happier, healthier, and stronger through exercise and nutrition and through motivation. So I started a group called In Home Fitness. And that group has grown to about 3,000 people in, I think, 3 months, if not less, 11 weeks, I think. And I'm offering fitness, nutrition, and just everyday motivation to feel phenomenal every day and to really boost your serotonin levels and to feel great. And that's what people need to do right now. People are feeling so amazing right now. It's also a group that people are talking within, so it's a sense of unity as well.
Yeah, so Lindsay, I want to share with everybody the ESPN video about what you've been doing so people can get an idea. So please play that.
Trainer and nutritional therapist Lindsay Martinez is offering free virtual personal training classes online that can be done from the comfort of your home. Martinez says it's her way of giving back and providing an outlet for the community.
They want to spread love and they want to spread happiness, and that there has to be, and there always is, a silver lining, like I keep saying, amongst this. You just got to keep tapping into that while we're going through this, and everybody will be okay.
For more information for the free training sessions, head over to Martinez's Facebook group, In-Home Fitness Train, Tighten, and Tone, or head on over to lindsaymartinez.com.
I love Lindsay. Ever since I've known Lindsay, she's been such a lover. She just spreads love everywhere she goes. So Lindsay, what was that like for you?
What was which like for me?
So what's that like for you now to be training everybody and spreading the love to everybody?
You know what? It's actually given me purpose at a time where there's not a lot to do. I don't think I've ever been more satisfied or grateful for a position to be in life right now. I have people calling and texting and private messaging me saying that I'm making a difference, and that's all I've ever wanted to do with my life. I've known from a very, very early on, an early age, that true happiness comes from giving of yourself, not your things. And every time I do that, I feel like I'm in the right place. So this, for me, feels phenomenal.
Yeah, so how do people hop onto your Facebook page or your Facebook group? They join your Facebook group to get involved in the workouts?
Sure, they can go to Facebook and either they can friend me. I think I'm full. I think I'm maxed out as friends, but they can follow me. But you can go to In-Home Fitness, Train, Tighten, Tone, and that's a group. And it's a public group. Anyone can join it. It's free. It's every day I have a new video. There's about 160 videos in there if they don't want to do the one we're doing live. But there's a live every day. And I teach people how to cook certain things, and it's just a nice place to be. It's positive energy, and it's really, really important to take care of yourself right now with everything that's going on and to boost your serotonin levels. And for the first time, perhaps, you have time to take care of you. And I cannot stress enough that you are the most important person in the world. Once you take care of you, you can take care of everybody else. That's why they tell you when the oxygen masks come down and you're with a child, put it on you first, because you can't take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself. And it's a really good ingredient for being a great mom, for being a great person in your home, because again, it boosts your serotonin levels when you do any kind of exercise. And you end up spreading the emotion that you've got for the day. And if you start your day off like that, it's going to be a good day for everybody, usually.
And Lindsay, you're so dedicated and so committed to people's health and their happiness and loving themselves and loving life. And so I'm coming here, it's like noon today, and I get on Facebook and there's Lindsay working out. And like you just every day. So how long have you been doing this every day?
Okay, so this started on March 16th, and I've missed 2 days. Really not missed 2 lives. Everything else was 100% live. The 2 days that I missed were at a dump truck in front of my house to throw everything in my home, which is kind of fun. And the other day I missed, I was out of town. So we've been doing this steady since March 16th, and it's been great. I have done this once before. I did it for a year to gain an audience, actually, for the television shows that I produced. And that was really nice. This one has a whole different meaning, and it's been really, really gratifying.
Yeah, so like for 4 straight months, every day, Lindsay, and you only missed 2 because of a dump truck in front of your house. That's how committed you are. I mean, right? That's how committed you are to people, to people's health. It's just the dedication. And again, I'm driving here and I see you working out on Facebook. I'm like, well, she's on the show. No. She's got to be on Facebook. She has a workout.
Yeah, I don't miss it. I don't miss it. People are relying on me. People ask me every night, when is it coming? What is it? I mean, it's been amazing. There's between 500 and 800 views daily on everything. It means people are doing this. It's an active group and they're engaging and asking me questions. And it's so important. I think that, some people financially can afford to go to a gym, let alone most gyms are not open. And even when they are open, there's a sense of fear still of being in a gym. So this allows people to stay healthy, be healthy, learn to be healthy in some instances, and it's of no cost to them. So I've taken the financial aspect out of this as well. I truly believe that this is a time to give. If you've got something that's going to change someone's life at this point in time, it's time to give, because you'll receive back from your heart and from how you feel about life and yourself.
Yeah, and that's the love karma I talk about. And Lindsay, love, you're just such love, pure love, that you just give and no expectations of anything in return. It's free. It's free. No cash.
Yeah, there's always a selfish aspect to giving, which is really funny that you say that. The selfish aspect of giving is the joy that you feel afterwards. I mean, it clearly is 100% phenomenal feeling, and I'm addicted to it. And I have been my whole life, so I definitely give with a purpose for myself. It is so much selfish, but in a great way.
And that's what I get when I hand out hundreds of roses every day.
Exactly.
Today. So Lindsay, I mean, you have an award-winning television show that I want to show everybody the clip from that.
Best thing in life you could possibly do is give, and we're about to give health and happiness. Follow me. Congratulations! Oh my God! Guys, congratulations! Wally, how are you feeling?
I feel like I'm shaking all over the place.
I'm not giving up.
Great, awesome. I'm a rock star, by the way, just in case you didn't know.
I love that rock star ending. Do you know what else?
He's hilarious.
I love the names, the foodies, the anti-agents. I love those names. So please, Lindsay, share more about this incredible show.
This was 2018 is the first TV show that I produced. It was a 3-part television series that was also a social media series. And I had a television crew follow us as everywhere we went, actually, for 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks. And of course, we followed it through social media as well for our sponsors. There's about 26 sponsors plus from our Boca del Rey community that really fostered a program to show everybody how you can actually take care of yourself within our community using our community businesses. And we plucked 3 people out of, I think we had 300 applicants for our casting call. And it was just honestly spectacular. And we found 3 really good people that had some serious issues going on that were actually kind of scary. And we put them through a 5.5-week program. And they received everything they could possibly ask, by about almost close to $30,000 each. Collectively, they lost over 70 pounds. Somebody was able to get off their diabetes medication, and so on and so forth. The results were spectacular. And then we had an enormous 300 plus, almost 400 person extravaganza, the grand reveal for the 3 of them at Trainer Space when it was Trainer Space. We had CBS there. We had just everybody. It was just incredible. And the program went on. It was ABC, NBC, Roku, OTTs. It was really wonderful. It's been through the film circuit right now, the film festivals. It still is going. It won Best Documentary in Miami and Best Host in Miami. And it was in the International Film Festival in Manhattan, and it got honorable mention there as well. So we have now the Manhattan, Miami. I'm just waiting on LA, and then I'll close that and then go for the next show that we're doing.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And what's next for you, Lindsay, with what's going on?
What's next for me actually is this pandemic has allowed me to really hone in on the things that I need to take care of in terms of what's really true to my heart. I need to get my programs out to the community and to the global community to how to take care of themselves. And I've been doing that for 4 months. My programs are almost ready to be launched. I just don't want to charge anybody for anything over this time, so I haven't launched them yet. I also have a fitness brand called Body on Fire. So the method of training is called Body on Fire, and the athletic exclusive line is also called Body on Fire. That's all ready to go. It's in my attic. I cannot explain to you the number of boxes I have in my attic because I designed that for a full year. It came to me, and then the pandemic hit. We're supposed to shoot our commercials and whatnot. Couldn't do anything. And I don't want to sell anything during this time at this moment, so people can just get what they need without having to dig in their pockets and maybe have some really short pockets.
Yeah, so everybody, Lindsay, can get on Facebook with you every day and work out. And you also, I noticed you teach people how to eat well. I noticed that. I've been watching you with that, which is incredible. And then also, Body on Fire is next. After what's happening, you're going to launch Body on Fire.
Right. Well, Body on Fire is the fitness method that I'm using right now within the in-home fitness. And Body on Fire is also the name of the line of clothing. So that's been going on for over a year now. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to do that. And hopefully there's a new show coming up. I'm putting that together in my head and on paper. So we'll see. One thing at a time. I'm staying like this. I'm not looking outside until everything I want is done and I'm already into.
So Lindsay, one thing I wonder when I watch you on Facebook is, like, do you ever get tired? Like, I was watching you do like 50 bands today. Like, I know you always work out, but do you ever get like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like, my muscles are burning. Like.
So this is really funny. When I train, I don't do everything with anybody. If I did a group class, I stop, I show, and then I watch and I walk around. Every trainer does that. We actually look and we do a little bit, right? Well, because there's nobody working out with me, I'm doing the workout by myself, the entire thing. I've actually had to stop and take breaks. I'm like, okay, guys, this is the real truth. As trainers, we always take breaks and watch and walk around because guess what? We're tired. So yeah, people are seeing the true side of me where they may be able to do it some days more than I can, but I push through it. I push through because it's embarrassing.
I mean, Lindsay, I watch you every day. I'm like, how does she do it? How does she do it? Like, what's the secret? Like, you were doing 50 today. 50, let's do 50. So that's funny. I never knew that.
Yeah. Trust me, I'm crying and using my face. I'm like this sometimes. I'm like, guys, this is really hard. I'm sorry. But I do it anyway. And now I have a different appreciation for my clients when I kill them.
Well, Lindsay, I love you so much. Is there any message you would like to leave with everybody today?
Oh, there's so many messages I'd like to leave. Let's think for a second. Well, I'll keep it to my brand and the things that I preach daily. I have to turn this off. I'm hearing an echo. It's really, really important, like I mentioned earlier, to take care of the most important person in the world, and that's you. I cannot stress enough how important you are and how much nicer your life will be if you just take the steps to take care of yourself. And I think that the bottom line of taking care of yourself and respecting yourself is fitness and nutrition. You feed yourself well, you take care of yourself well, and you discipline yourself. The type of discipline that says to you, you know, Linz, I'm not going to eat that today. I'm not going to eat this every day because this is not going to serve a purpose to me. This is going to push me backwards. And I think it's really, really important to do that with everything in life. How is this, whatever you're going to eat, whatever you're going to do, how is this going to help you? How is it going to hurt you? And if it hurts you, you don't do it. And that's the bottom line. So I'm not saying you shouldn't have a hamburger and french fries ever, but in the long run, that's not something you should be eating every day. And I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. So I'm a firm believer, if you eat poorly most of the time, a salad on Wednesday is going to do nothing. I think we can all agree on that. I'm also a firm believer that the opposite is true. So if you eat well most of the time, and occasionally you eat something yucky, say on Sunday, have pizza with your friends, that is nothing too. So you want to have a lifestyle, not a diet, and take care of you. And I think this pandemic has really shown that you really need to take care of you. Because when you take care of you, I can promise you this, if you love yourself, you'll love your life.
So take care of you and love yourself. So Lindsay, I love you so much. You have transformed my life with love this week. And everybody who comes on the show's life has been transformed with love. So again, I love you so, so much. And I really thank you for being on the Florida Love Show today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful.
All right, great. Well, again, everybody, thank you for watching the Florida Love Show today. I love you all, and I wish you the most loving, Florida-loving day and weekend. Love you. Mwah. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.